Operation initiated. Operation Wolf.
Operation initiated. Rescue all hostages. Operation Thunderbolt.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so
All right. Welcome to the restream of the Friday Night Arcade Show with Papa Brad live. Huge shout out to Steps Gaming. If you are not subscribed, she just made it to 800 subs. Let's get her to 1,000. She's almost there. Just needs one last little push, and she'll be there. But a huge shout out to Steps Gaming. You know, don't mess with iiRcadians because now we got guns. And we're going to jump right into it. Welcome to the show. Got a little John Carpenter themed music here. Set up games in iiRcade online. Please use this chat to set up games. Feel free to use this as basically like a message board to set up games playing iiRcade online. I usually put these shows on in the background on iiRcade. Out to Brooklyn Menace and Knicks.
All right. Really
you missed
quickly.
one super chat. Go
I
up.
did?
It said, if you think this show is great, you should check out Brooklyn Menace every Friday night. On the Friday
It's
night.
weird. I
arcade
can't find
show.
that one.
Yeah, what?
Keep scrolling.
What's going on?
It's right there. Don't worry.
Yeah, keep scrolling. For
Feel
a few
free to
minutes
ping
while I
me.
keep talking.
How many more questions we got, Mike?
Oh, so many B. I'm sorry. Do you got to have supper or something?
Happy Friday, everyone. That's the right intro.
There you go. There you go. That was topical. That was awesome.
I'm too busy on too many other shows. I'm neglecting my own. But yeah, that was my own screw up. I uploaded the wrong one. I had edited that really quick together in my 1 hour space after getting off my big appearance on Kicking It Old School.
That was awesome.
Brad, you wind up on the Super Game Room, dudes. How'd that happen?
I'm still in shock. Biggie D is a big part of that. Thank you, Biggie D. And then Michael B contacted me. Man, if the Super Game Room dudes tell you to go on their show, you go on their show. You know what I mean? I mean, those guys are awesome. But
fantastic.
Yeah,
been a fun week.
Michael B, we were on his show on Monday. You saw the little clip there of me shamelessly promoting this show.
Yes, you did well. You did well.
Had a bit of show.
Had a bit of a rocky start, but it got better and it smoothed out. But it was a very rocky start.
We talk about that, Brad, because I know we talk little bits here throughout the week, but it's mostly like writing to each other. But how was that for you? Like, it did start out a little rocky.
Like right into the hot seat. It's like, so you hate my show? And I'm like, no, I don't hate your show. I love your show. I was like, what? But I mean, I think we recovered fine.
Were you nervous or was everything good?
I was nervous. See, like if I would have popped a beer like I'm having now, I probably would have been fine. But I was like, I gotta go. I had water, so if I probably had a beer, I would have been better. But
for me, it was like I could have just sat there for hours, like just fielding questions.
I know you were loving it.
Here's what I did. I never looked at the chat room once. I just looked at my camera and I just focused in on the conversation because you know me, if I started looking at the chat or other things, my mind would have drifted, So yeah, just completely focused. But that's what makes me bring this up. So I went back because I heard there was like a lot of assault in the chat room. And man, there was.
goodness.
What are people so pissed off about?
So bitter. So angry. I don't
Yeah,
get
I
it.
mean-
Here we are. All right.
We
Okay.
got there.
Got some popcorn.
Nix, did
Got
you
some
see? Did you
popcorn.
watch that show?
Yes, I did.
How did we do? Okay.
I think you guys did fantastic.
Thank you. You see, I'm very used to like hostile stuff, so that to me that wasn't like we were just hanging out, answering questions. Michael B's a great guy.
He is a great guy. I
I'm a
love
huge
Michael
fan.
B.
Oh, absolutely.
I
man.
am
show.
too. I am too.
So it was fun hanging out, talking with everyone. We were on, Brad. We were on as the iiRcadian super fans.
Super fans.
What does that
And
does that mean? Like I
iiRcadian
have a
super
John the
fans.
poster in my house.
You know, we must have iiRcade tattoos or something. Yeah,
Hold
I was
on,
like,
Mike. Hold on,
I've
my
done
kids are
everything in
up.
my power to
Hey,
fight
John
being the
and
iiRcade
Michael, go to
super fan
bed.
guy on my channel, and that's the first thing he starts with. He calls us the iiRcade super fans.
Yes.
But hey, you know,
They
it's
have no
okay.
idea that we're YouTubers.
Yeah, we do other stuff too.
Well, Michael B is also an iiRcadian super
He is
fan
an
as well
iiRcadian.
because he had the gold shirt. He was rocking it today.
He was rocking.
Absolutely. He's got that beautiful dead cell cabinet.
I would always like invite Michael B on the show, but I know like he's already doing the Super Game Room dudes, and I think his time like he's a little bit ahead of us.
Yeah.
But you know, he's always got the open invite to jump on here. B Kong's been on here when we played Strikers.
Yeah, we need to get Toxin on here. Toxin would be a cool guest.
Yeah, I invited him. I wanted to have like one
Seems like a really cool guy.
iiRcade owner
Mhm.
come on and just see what they think about it.
Or Carl
There's a lot of
O. I don't
people
know if
starting to
Carl
get
O.
their-
Carl O's.
their
I don't know
accounts.
if he goes on YouTube, but Carl O's cool. I know he just got an iiRcade.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Well, you can come on here and just not turn your
You could come on
camera
as a little icon and just talk.
Yeah, well, it's too late now.
Yeah.
Too late. Yeah, so
Way
Brad,
too-
that was
Okay, I need to do a special shout out. We have a new member. Wait a minute. I got to get this arcade top off of me here. Okay, there we go. Check out Arcade Talk. It's another show I do with T. McCloskey, someone I had the great pleasure of meeting in person on the Arcade Talk show. Hobby Hands has become a channel member. Thank you so much. I'm going to play a special video for you. This is a monster thank you to Hobby Hands. Okay, I'll get this back up. Let's see. Is that it? There we go.
you know, that was an interesting experience. I would say I think we are kind of getting lumped into like that. The only thing we like is the iiRcade and nothing
Yeah,
else.
that's not true at all.
That's not
I
true.
think people need to start watching Papa Brad, especially because you seem to get it more than me.
Yeah, I'm like the only iiRcade is what people think. But then they go on my channel like, oh look, here's pinball. Here he's doing walk and talk. He's on another show called.
They got to watch the Arcade Talk show.
Doesn't really talk.
Like you barely even mention it
Barely
once
mention
on
it.
there.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, on the Arcade Talk show, we did a thing where we were blowing arcade cabs up.
Yeah, what are you
And-
calling that? Arcade Wars?
Arcade Wars.
Yeah.
Arcade Wars. He was blowing up. And would you believe
Clash.
that
The
Spy
Friday
Hunter,
night arcade show
Spy
lawyers are
Hunter-
sending T a
Spy-
cease and desist.
Yep, Spy Hunter beat Mortal Kombat. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
You can believe
Well,
that? Spy Hunter?
It's got
Spy Hunter's fun.
it's got the special controls like the
It does. It's a very
and
unique
because
looking
of that-
cabinet. Yeah. We were told to
remember
vote
when Spy
strictly
Hunter was
upon
like-
strictly upon what the cab looks like though. So
Brad, why don't you Brad was raising his hand on the Super Game Room dudes. Here he just talks right over.
I
him.
don't want to interrupt. I don't want to talk over.
That's
him.
it. New rules here, Brad. You have to raise your hand.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
No.
It's better. We all just talk over each other here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know, like I watched that show. It's like I'm looking at more as like the entertainment value. I was joking around the whole time. I really wasn't taking much of anything serious. I was just trying to find anywhere I can like throw in some sort of joke about something. But like when I look back, like what is even the point of all that? I don't think I take this stuff that serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To
That's
have
all.
like a huge serious conversation over arcade games and stuff that we like.
Yeah, that's funny. Like we got them all. I mean, you've got right behind you. You've got the Legends Ultimate. You've got the At Games Pinball. You've got some arcade one-ups. You've got an iiRcades. I mean, you can like it all. I mean, you don't need to lump it into any one category. We do shows about iiRcade because we like it. We like the product, you know.
Yeah.
And we like to play the games. You know, that's really what it's about. Is we like to play the games. We're on all the leaderboards, and that's that's what I feel about it. What do you feel about it, Nix? He's eating his popcorn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like we all dabble in all the different products. I've got arcade one-ups. I've got At Games. I've got iiRcade. I enjoy them all, and I just love video games, and I love to play them, and I love to go for the high score.
Yeah,
and to play those challenging games and those addictive gameplay. Like it's what you like to do. You unwind at the end of the day. It's not something to argue over and, get all bent out of shape about, you know what I mean?
I think there is something that we can argue over.
What is that?
Game fight.
Yes.
I'm keeping the show moving tonight.
Keep it
I
moving.
always say I'm going to do an hour, a little bit more.
Dude, I like that
and we're gonna
backdrop,
cut it,
Nix.
so we're not here for like 7 years. And then I never do it. But tonight I'm doing it. So we got 4 rounds of game fight coming up.
Let's
Stick
do
around
it.
if you're in the chat room because we are definitely going to need your assistance with this. Because in this segment, we will be judging shoot 'em ups on the iiRcade against each other that will be picked randomly by the Wheel of Death. And if we cannot decide, which has been most of these games, we cannot decide a winner, the chat room will steal the vote.
I
and
will
they
go
will
to
make
the chat.
decision. We've had games that we love leave this competition that I thought would go all the way to the end. There is a bunch of new shoot 'em ups on the wheel this week, so we'll see what happens. Are you ready to get into 4 rounds of game fight?
Let's do it.
All right.
Shout out to Hollywood Polo. Welcome to the screen, Hobby Hands. Thank you for becoming a member. General Sherman, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Gregory. Shout out to Hollywood Polo, one of the great gamers in our community. Hollywood Polo is a real gamer. You can see he shows his scores on the leaderboards. Boom.
All right, here we are. The wheel is up. I'm getting right into this. No stalling. Let's spin the wheel
that
and
wheel.
pick our
That's an
first
excellent goal,
game
Gregory.
stepping into the game
No
fight arena
whammies.
this evening.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
In the red corner, we have
Mana.
Mana. Didn't that get picked last week?
Mana.
it
Yeah.
did.
Mana.
Did. All right. Well, it got picked again this
Back
week.
again.
I'm going to
It's
shuffle
back
the
again
wheel.
for more business.
Spin it again.
Unfinished
See what's
business.
going up against Vamana.
Here we go. Oh, there goes the audio. Oh, it came back.
That's back.
Right, and in the blue corner, we have
That is Gallup. I believe that one also got picked last week.
Oh yeah.
Right, so we're going to
Here we
get
go.
right into this. Let's check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of Vamana.
I mean, it's all here. If you love Token games, you know, you've got the frantic shooting. The music is always killer on these Token games. They're all good and a little different from each other. So, if you're new to the shmup genre, Token is a good place to start. Although there are plenty of other companies that have good shmups on iiRcade right now. Strikers 1945 should be an early one you get for sure. And there's one called Stormblade that is fantastic. It's a 90s shmup. It's a little more modern. R-Type Leo is a good introduction to this genre. Horizontal scrolling shmup. R-Type 1 and 2 are brutally hard, so they are challenges. The kind of game you're not going to beat for a long time. It takes a lot of skill. Yeah, that Princess Quest game is addictive. I got to the end boss one time, but I've not beat that game. I need to go revisit it. That's probably my favorite ColecoVision homebrew that iiRcade has released. Although Nix would definitely say Mecha 8 is probably one of his favorites. And he has beaten that game, which very few people have been able to beat that game. Welcome to the stream, Rainwater Games. Yeah, Batsugan is wicked. It's a great game. The final game from Token. You know, Truxton 2 and Batsugan, I think, are the two that everyone should try first. Truxton 1 is more challenging. And
Steps Gaming, welcome to the shills. Shout out to Stringer Films with that $2 super chat. It's Friday night and Uncle Bobby is out on parole. So a lot of you probably are not going to know what he's referring to. Last Saturday, I was playing Walkabout Mini Golf in VR, and Stringer Films was in there, I would say, for literally 2 hours trolling me. So when you're in VR, I have the chat. It'll say whatever someone types in the chat. So Stringer was all night with this Uncle Bobby references, and he kept putting fake super chats in there. I literally thought when I got out of VR that I was gonna be a millionaire. They were super chatting me thousands of dollars all night long, but every single one of them was fake, except for one. Thank you, Stringer Films. We got another one coming in.
Another game that's great on iiRcade, Space Invaders, the classic. They completely redid it. It took a year and a half to make the best version of Space Invaders on a home arcade.
Shout out to our friend Biggie D's Arcade. The next big thing.
D is the next
Retro
big
home
thing.
Arcade YouTube. With that $1 super chat. Didn't even say anything.
Biggie D is the best.
All right, so we just checked out Vamana. And now we're going to check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of Gallop. At this point, if you haven't watched the show before, I will be putting a poll in the chat room. And I want you to start voting which game you think takes the fight out of Vamana and Gallop. And then when we come back, the three of us will vote on which game we think.
I'm going to put in here a quick plug for the weekly 1UP News. That's the show where they watch 1UP regurgitation videos, so you don't have to. Subscribe to the 1UP Weekly News.
I think is the better game. And if we can't agree, you're going to steal the vote. And whatever you vote,
I don't know, Rainwater. I don't think it is Stringer Films now.
Already has 1 hit point against it. So does Vamana, by the way. So
Absolutely.
one of these games is leaving tonight.
Biggie D is legit.
Let's get to this.
Yeah.
Mystery Encoder, thanks for showing up and watching one of my shows with that $1 super chat. He
Awesome.
also kept it a big mystery, didn't say a word, just put $1 in the chat. Thank you so much. All right.
Hey,
Are you
it's
ready
still a
to get
mystery.
back
Nobody knows.
to
Get
gameplay?
back to Vein.
Now I gotta find Gallop.
That's what makes it so
Huge
good.
list of shoot 'em ups.
Is Gallop part of the R-Type series?
It is. Michael explains that it is part of the series.
Okay, I thought so.
And if you kind of take a look at the gameplay, you might see that. Like, look at the
See the
ship.
R-Type
Kinda
elements.
does have.
Uh-huh.
It looks like an R-Type ship with like police armor on it. All right, let's check out a few minutes of gameplay of Gallop.
Alright, shout out to Menace in the chat. Welcome to the show we did last night. The replay. everyone in iiRcade. Pretty partial to Toplin overall, though.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Mystery Encoder again with a $2 super chat. Vote Vamana or Ida. Oh, man. Well, I'm not being influenced by Mystery Encoder's $2 super chat, but I'm already here in the arcade, so I'm going to make my vote, and this was an easy one for me. My vote is for Vamana. Let's bring in Papa Brad.
Yeah,
You
you know how I feel about Toplin shooters. I mean, Vamana, fantastic shooter, released in 1991, and it has Hindu references in the game and science fiction. What's not to like? I mean, Vamana, 100%.
All right, let's bring in Nix. Nix, what do you think?
All right. So, Romana gets the A this time around.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's
All the way.
you got the first time in a long time.
So we all agree.
In comparison, it's just Vamana just it's a lot more fun. The bonuses, the power ups. It's not as fast. The other game is just a faster gameplay, and yeah, I just prefer Vamana over the other game. Absolutely.
All right, well,
Over Gallop.
this is
You know,
not
my
good
friend
for
Google
Gallup.
says Vamana are mythological flying palaces or chariots described in Hindu texts. How crazy is that?
That is a nice little tidbit. of knowledge.
Mythological chariots. Interesting. Didn't know that.
Well, Brad and Nix and everyone watching the show tonight, we have to bid farewell to Gallup Armored Police Unit.
Bye. Nice knowing you. Just like that, another game is out of the game fight.
Mystery and Kona back
Nice.
again with another $2 super chat. Said this is 110% an iiRcade show. Even that had brand.
You're not an iiRcade show. I mean, come on.
All right, so
That's
we
insane.
said goodbye. I want to see anyway. I'm going to stop the poll and let's see what the chat room thought. All right.
All right.
With 63% of the vote, chat room agreed with us. They also voted for Vimana. We're going to spin the wheel again. If Vimana shows up on the wheel, it does not count.
Cannot fight twice in one night.
However, because Vimana is on the final fight wheel, if it lands on final fight, it's fair for
Still
Vimana
on.
to get fixed.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Okay.
spin the wheel. Let's see what happens here. Andrew
go.
Dunos. All right. Let's see what's stepping into the game fight arena to go up against Andrew Dunos.
Yeah, so many games on that wheel. It has to be like, yeah,
Suspenseful music.
it's gonna be Mecha 9 or
Wow.
Nine.
It was right on the line. It is going to be Mecha 9.
Mecha 9.
Yeah, Mecha 8
boy.
got voted out.
Mecha 9.
It was game
Yeah,
over.
Mecha 9 might be right behind it. We'll see.
Behind it.
All right, let's
All right.
check
Let's
out
see.
a few minutes of gameplay footage of Andro Dunos.
Check out some games online on iiRcade right now. If anyone wants to play online, just type a game you want to play in the chat. If no one picks it up, I'll play against you. It's always fun to take out Papa Brad in a game online. So many games that are online right now on iiRcade. Got some great new arcade classics too. Galacticon, Donut Dodo, Longhead, Saturn. If you have not subscribed to Papa Brad's Gaming, consider giving me a subscribe. On my way to 2K. Like, comment, consider becoming a member. Want to go to a non-toxic place to hang out and post stuff about iiRcade, iiRcadians do have a Facebook page. That is very awesome. Check it out. We're accepting members in our Facebook page on iiRcadians. Shout out to Brooklyn Menace. This show is completely run through StreamYards. Just goes to show what you can do with creativity and ingenuity. You don't need to spend a fortune to have great looking YouTube. And this is his legit gameplay. Brooklyn puts a ton of work into the show behind the scenes, making videos for every game that's on the wheel in the game fight. $3,500 for a spy hunter. Seems a little rich for my blood. Pretty cool though.
All right, that was a few minutes of gameplay of Andro Dunos. That game's a classic, and it's going up against Mecha 9.
Mecha 9.
A few minutes of gameplay footage of Mecha 9.
It's the sequel to Mecha 8, which is also on the iiRcade. This is a ColecoVision homebrew port. Homebrew just means it was made, after pretty much the life of the ColecoVision. It's a more modern game. But you could even buy a cartridge of this that you could plug into a real ColecoVision. And iiRcade does have a nice amount of retro games, if retro games are your thing. As a huge Atari 2600 fan, I wish they had Atari, but ColecoVision actually had better graphics, even though it wasn't as popular. It had much better graphics. I do have a video on my channel where I share my top 10 ColecoVision games. If you're interested in playing some retro games, ColecoVision classics. That end boss is pretty awesome. Look at that end boss. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I am going to show something real quick. These are 10 ColecoVision games that are worth checking out. Let's just check this out real quick. This is Papa Brad coming at you with 11 ColecoVision games you should give a chance and try. These are all games that are available on the iiRcade. They're available for anywhere from $2.99 to $4.99 price-wise. So let's take a look at the games. First up, we have Jungle Hunt. This is a Taito classic. Jungle Hunt. You get to do 4 different things. You get to swing on vines. You get to swim in the ocean with crocodiles. And you have to run and avoid boulders. And this game was even really well done on the Atari 2600, but the ColecoVision had better graphics. But for a Atari Coleco era game, this is a great port of the arcade game. That are being thrown at you, and then you get to the cannibals, and you can rescue. Has all the stages. The arcade game. Hostage. I want to say princess, but I'm not sure. We have a game with a princess that will be in this too, but I don't think she's a princess. I think she's just a hostage. This is a fun game. Originally changed from Jungle King to Jungle Hunt because of the Tarzan license. Pepper 2. This is definitely a game that you should not sleep on. This is one of the best ColecoVision games. Yeah, this game is amazing. Blocks in squares, and you fill up these areas. Every time you fill in an area with the pitchfork, you can kill the enemies. This is a super addictive and fun game. Easy to learn, difficult to master. This is the definition of a retro game. Don't let the graphics fool you. This game is super fun and super addictive. I would definitely recommend trying out this game. And this is definitely one that, don't let the graphics fool you. This game is fire. And it holds up. It's as fun today as it was back in the day. So check out Pepper 2. This will be strong on my list of recommendations. Yes, you should buy Pepper 2. One of my favorite games. We got a conversion of the arcade game Bump and Jump. What's not to like? Bump and Jump is a classic. You bump to the enemies. You gotta try to bump them over the road. You also have a jump function. You'll see the road will just end, and there'll be points where you have to jump your car over water. Here we go. Another great bump and jump style game is Zero Eyes on the iiRcade. It's a deep cut, but it's one of Miami Tiger Arcade's favorite iiRcade games, and it's great. More people should be playing it. It's a lot of fun. But Zero Eyes, Bump and Jump, of course, is, this is a port of the classic arcade game. Coleco version is not bad. It's pretty good for a Coleco game. We all want the arcade games, but, these are still fun games. Choplifter. Played a lot of this back in the day. It's a fun helicopter game. You got to try to rescue your dudes without getting shot by the enemies. Just a fun, basic helicopter game. This was also on a lot of computers. I know it was on the Commodore 64. Got a lot of ports. Still a fun game. Really brings back the memories. This is a nostalgia title. Especially if you owned any of the classic computers from back in the day. This was kind of a staple. Once again, you got the Greed Factor. Venture. This is an arcade that I really love. It's kind of rare. I don't see it much at arcades when I go on arcade tours. Venture. ColecoVision has an excellent version of this game too. You're Winky, and you got to go in the dungeon. You go in the different rooms, and you gather the treasures. There are different dungeons as you progress through the game. He has a bow and arrow to protect himself. Fun game. Good music. It's a well done Coleco. The Coleco port of this is very well done. Cool. Hey, it's Goofy Foot. The graphics on this are a lot like the arcade game. The music's very much like the arcade game. I think this was an Exidy game. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was, though. Jumpman Jr. Well, this brings back memories. This is another game that saw a lot of releases on home computers back in the day. Great game. Very fun. And, you can play it on the iiRcade. Yeah, I think I had this on the 400, 800 series of computers. There was a cartridge for this. But Jumpman's a classic. Very early platformer. Still a lot of fun though. All these games are pre-Mario, so this is very early platforming. Frenzy, the sequel to Berserk. Berserk ranks as one of my favorite classic arcades. I always play it anytime I go on an arcade tour. Frenzy was its sequel. The main difference is you could shoot through the walls, and you can also kill Evil Otto when he comes out. So there's some gameplay differences between this and Berserk. A fun game. It's one of the better ColecoVision games. You got to be careful that your shots can ricochet. Another game that saw a lot of action on. I know I had this on the Atari 800. This is Miner 2049er. You run, you got to fill up the girders. These are all early platforming games. I have a review of this game on my channel, and I have a gameplay where I get up to the third boss. There's 5 levels in this game. This is Princess Quest. Princess Quest. This one was just released this week. Excited about this game. I do want to beat it. Today I got to the 4th level for the first time. This is a retro challenge kind of game. Don't get this game and think you're just going to beat it instantly. No. It's got a pretty good difficulty level. It's a challenging game. It's got great graphics. It's hard to believe that's a ColecoVision game. Looks more like an NES game. End with a happy, fun game. This is Antarctic Adventure. This is a game where you get to play a penguin. Okay, haters, screenshot this. And you have to jump over obstacles. This game is still awesome, regardless of what you say. And that's 11, I think, must-own ColecoVision games or games to try out if you want to try some retro games. This has been Proper Brad. Thank you for watching, and stay legit. Love this music. Omega Fourth knows. Shout out to Omega Fourth. So just, for us retro gamers, I mean, the iiRcade has plenty to offer right now. And I think it's cool that they have these retro games. I realize they're not for everyone, and that's fine. But I'm glad that they have them. Speaking of retro games, we're going back to Mecha 9. This is harder than Mecha 8. The fact that Nix is not beating this to me is mind-boggling because he is a heck of a good gamer.
Yeah.
Dude, that's got me
let's
hyped
Mecha
up.
9.
I need to play some Mecha 9. That boss is
Not to
fire.
be confused with Mecha 8, which looks extremely similar.
Very similar.
Brooklyn, this is one more.
Suspiciously similar.
This is one more than Mecha 8. This is Mecha 9.
Yes. I like it. I mean, you know, it is a ColecoVision homebrew game. That's why the graphics look like they do. But the game itself is
Challenging.
actually really good and very, very challenging.
Absolutely.
However, it got picked against the wrong game tonight because even though I'm not in the center, my
You go
vote.
first. You go first.
I
I don't know, Jeff.
Nix, what do you think?
All right. Well, you know, it's an obvious choice between the two. It's like David and Goliath, but Goliath wins this round, and Androdunos 2 wins. I've played Mecha 9. It is challenging. It is very suspiciously similar to Mecha 8. The only difference really with your character is your power-up doesn't actually shoot projectiles when you use it. It just slows time down. That's all it does. So you kind of have to be a little bit better at shooting and stuff like that. And when you get to the end boss, you'll understand why it's just tough.
That's never going to happen.
It's
Papa
it's
Brad.
a tough game.
Watch
Yeah,
this.
Andrew
Nix, what do you
Dunos.
think?
Yeah, as much as I love games that restrict movement to only 4 directions and have no diagonals, I'm going to have to go with Androdunos.
All right. So,
Mhm.
wow, 2 unanimous decisions tonight. Let's
This has never happened.
Wow.
let's stop the poll and see what the chat.
Now, if it was Mecha 8, I think, would you have went with Mecha 8? I'm just
What did
curious.
you guys go
Nix.
for, chat? Let's see what you got.
91% of the vote, they agreed with us. Androdunos.
But there was some Mecha 9s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It really depends on what you like. You
Got
know,
some
people like
ColecoVision
that
lovers
is
out there.
throwback,
that is true.
retro stuff.
You like retro or you
They're
want
both-
something a
they're
little bit
both
more modern?
Fun games to play, but if you have to compare the two, there's a clear winner here in our opinion.
Yeah.
It's decisive.
All right. So, Mecha 9 making its first appearance.
There you go.
Game Fight Arena.
One of the people that
Already
voted for
has
Mecha
taken
9.
1 hit point.
I'll make it fourth. Tiger
Hands up.
Helly's great.
Androdunos.
Love Tiger
To the
Helly.
final
One more,
fight wheel it
and it's
goes.
Knocked out of the competition.
Tiger Helly
Bring
is
the
a
wheel
great
up. We got 2 more
retro,
rounds of this.
let's do this.
Let's
Shooter.
get right into it.
Where it all starts.
See the next game stepping into the Game Fight Arena.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that was the 8th version, and then they finally felt like it was ready to be released.
Yes, it's a
Game creation is a hard job.
Stepping into the Game Fight Arena for the first time.
First time.
Aces of the Luftwaffe. I'm not
How do you
German,
say
so
that?
I'm probably not
Luftwaffe.
pronouncing it correctly.
With waffles.
All right, let's see what's going up against it tonight.
Hellfire. It's Hellfire.
The two-blade shooter.
Returning to the Game Fight Arena,
Here we
going
go.
up against Aces of the Luftwaffe.
This is
Something
going to be
like
a
that.
tough one.
It's
This is a tough one.
Hellfire. I can pronounce that.
Yeah, Hellfire. We can say that.
Hellfire,
Battle.
just so you know, has 1 hit point against it. If it takes another one tonight, it will be exiting the competition.
Uh-huh.
Let's check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of Aces of the Luftwaffe.
Scatter shot.
Okay, I want to learn something. Is it Luftwaffe? Luftwaffe? Is that how you say it, Omega Fourth? Luftwaffe? Luftwaffe? Am I saying it right? Because none of us could pronounce this game.
Wingman ready. Wingman ready.
Doesn't matter how you pronounce it. This game is fun. And yes, your fire button is not broken. This game auto-fires for you,
Plane repaired.
which is a crazy dynamic in and of itself.
Boys ready. Good job,
Normally, this kind of game, you would have to spam the fire button.
Wingman ready. Machine gun. Your tiny plane stands no chance against mine flying fortress.
Luftwaffe? Luftwaffe? Is that how you say it? Luftwaffe?
My flying fortress is invincible. You must die to my missiles.
Luftwaffe. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Omega 4. Is that right? Luftwaffe. Bring it down.
My flying fortress
Rainwater
is
Games
invincible.
pronounced Left Waffle.
Plane repaired.
Legends of the Left Waffle.
Der Reich will defeat you.
Luftwaffe. Thank you so much, Chris F. Yes, the music in this game is fantastic.
You are forgotten. Machine gun.
Chris is saying the W's in Germans are like V's. Okay. Luftwaffe. Okay, awesome. Wow.
Right, so that's a few minutes of gameplay
Man.
footage of Aces.
Luftwaffe.
Wow, I got a lot to say about that. But first, we
Man.
have to watch a few minutes gameplay footage of
Music
Hellfire.
was so good. Hellfire. Hellfire was a very unique Toaplan shooter. One of the things in the Rigid Force redo, the firing mechanic, music seems a little loud. Hold on, let me crank it down a little bit. The firing mechanic where you press the button and you switch between diagonal firing shots, horizontal firing shots. This game had a lot of changes that you could do to the way your ship shoots. There you go. You saw he just changed. Now he's firing diagonally. And, well, it's pretty revolutionary as a shmup. This mechanic was carried into a lot of games. But just historically, this game made a big impact. Hit that thumbs up button. You can do it. Let's see if any of the people here in the chat are. I bet you some people in this chat might be on this leaderboard. I'm gonna pull up the Hellfire leaderboard right now. Live. breaking stuff.
All right, that was Hellfire, Papa Brad. Are you ready to place your vote after watching those two videos?
Yeah, man, that's Alex tough. You
is
know,
6.
Hellfire, 1989, Toplin
Yeah.
shmup,
Tim's Tiny Arcade,
revolutionary controls. Press the button, changes
Maven,
the directions
17.
you shoot. Aces of the Luftwaffe. I mean, Steps likes this
Rainwater,
game.
18th
What can I
place.
say?
That's
The music
unlike
is
you for a
great.
shmup.
You know, this is tough. This is tough. I think I'm going to go modern. I'm going to say Aces of the Luftwaffe. Got Herb Wars
I'm
on there.
bring in Nick's.
Luftwaffles.
that your
I'll,
vote?
I'll take a
Keeping
stack.
it simple.
I'll take a
Right.
stack of Luftwaffles.
All right, so I saw Carlo asking about how does this game control. So the first time I popped on Aces of the Luftwaffe House, whatever we're calling it tonight,
Luftwaffe
I was
House.
like, is my button broke? Because
It's just like
think of
shoots
it,
automatically.
think of
Luftwaffe.
it as almost like a early Vampire Survivors, before there was ever even a Vampire Survivors. You don't shoot in that game. All you do is move your plane around and navigate, and then you slowly build up like a superpower weapon that you can launch when you need it. But what's so cool about that game is, if you notice when I was playing it, the little medals that drop, that's your currency in the game. And it's hard to come by sometimes. You know, if you're not fighting the enemies, you're not going to be gaining those medals, and you won't get any currency. You will get to a certain point in that game where
Chauffeur
you're going to
offer.
get to a boss and you're
Boom.
just going to get dominated. Like, you're not going to be able to beat it. The reason why is you have to power up your plane. And then what I also learned, which I couldn't believe, it was like right in front of my face, you can buy other planes that start off with more power. I think there's like 3 different types. So the game has an incredible amount of replay value. It's not one of those arcade type games that if you keep quartering up, you might blow through it in a half hour, 40 minutes. You're going to get days, if not weeks, of gameplay out of that game. But just be aware, you do not shoot in the game. I was like checking the settings and everything when I first tried it.
Like, why is the
thought the
fire
button
button
was
stuck
stuck.
down?
Yeah. So if that threw me off at first, but once you get used to that, I think you're going to love the game. I love the game. My vote is for Aces of the Luftwaffe. So it is unanimous. Let's see what the chat room voted.
Waffles. The Luftwaffles.
They also agreed with us with 53% of the vote.
This
Well,
is insane.
unfortunately-
Did we just agree 3 times in a row?
We
Sweep.
did.
This has
First
never
time
happened
ever. We go for
ever in
4.
the history of
Never
this
do
show.
that.
We've never had a 3
Well,
times in a row.
We
We've
got
never
the
even had.
trifecta. Now let's go for
Another
the
game
quad.
leaving the competition tonight. Let's say goodbye to Hellfire.
Another Toplin game out.
Game.
Let's get back to this. We
over.
have one more round tonight of game
All right,
five.
There was
Spin
no
the wheel.
Hellfire. There'd be no Rigid Force redo. Yep. Hellfire's a lot of the Toplin mechanics became kind of standard things in shoot 'em ups. They were the first company to do screen clearing bombs, which is like, we don't even think of it as a feature. It's so common in this genre of the shmup genre. But Toplin was an innovator.
Suka and Asuka.
Suka and the Suka.
We know we're saying it wrong. All right. Suka and Asuka also
Suka.
on the final fight wheel. So it does have 1 hit point against it. Let's see what's going up against it.
It's not looking good for Asuka and Asuka.
All right, let's
Sorry.
get right to this. Let's check out
Being honest.
2 minutes of gameplay footage of Asuka and Asuka.
The dinosaur level was one of the coolest parts of this game, for sure. I did love the dinosaurs. It's hard to get used to the way it scrolls, though, when you move all the way to the left and right. The screen is actually bigger than you can see at one time, which is a bit disorientating as someone that plays a lot of shmups. It's a little disorientating to me. Yes, that is a good thing. This game is a good one because it does limit your lives. So, you know, and that's good for like the scoreboards. You know, I would like to see, you know, I hate to get on a side subject, but Omega Fourth is bringing up a good point. I mean, I would like to see iiRcade maybe add an option of single quarter run on some of the games where your leaderboard score is only a single quarter play. I think that would add challenge to some of these games that you can quarter through. And, you know, the marathon playing, though, that is part of classic arcade gaming. There are games that people can just play forever once they get good at them. So there is a place for that. But I think having another leaderboard with single quarter runs would be a really cool feature. If they could ever implement that. I don't know how hard that would be, but it would be a pretty cool feature to have. Shout out to Omega Fourth for making an excellent point. But, you know, those marathon type games are out there. I mean, I remember I watched a documentary on the World Nibbler Champ. And like you literally have to play that game for days to be even in contention for a world record score. So it's really a marathon kind of deal. I think your ultra high gamers, though, people like Nix, they would probably prefer a single quarter run because they've got the skill to pull off running some of these games in a quarter. But I think it should be an option, like 2 leaderboards, not a replacement leaderboard.
Got a few minutes of gameplay footage of Tengai.
Look at that chunk of ice in my drink. Goofyfoot says that Asuka and Asuka has a 9 credit limit. Pick the wrong game to go against. One of the best shmups on iiRcade right here. This has got to be in the top 10. Tengai is fantastic. So, once again, this is just it's so outmatched. One of the great things I love about Friday Night Arcade Show is we do get to spotlight some of these games that, you know, before iiRcade I wasn't familiar with some of these games like I am today. So shout out to the Friday Night Arcade Show. All these gameplays are actually Brooklyn Menace playing. He's captured footage from every one of the games that is on the wheel. Absolutely. This is a great game. Yeah, there are two big reasons to like Tengai. I do agree. I am a fan of those two big reasons. Listen to that sound, it's hilarious. If you've not joined the iiRcadians Facebook, what are you waiting for? If you're on Facebook, come join our Facebook group.
That is Tengai. I'm right here, sent the screen, so I'm ready to vote. I mean, this is an easy one for me. My vote is for Tengai. Come on, you saw those 2 videos. Simple. What do you think, Nix?
Oh, Tengai all the way, baby. The action there. It's nonstop. Fun to watch, fun to play.
Papa
Tengai.
Brad.
As much as I love dinosaurs, I really do love dinosaurs. I gotta say, Tengai is a top shooter on the iiRcade.
Yes.
Easily probably in my top 10. Easily. Great game. So I'm gonna have to go with Tengai.
All right, I'm going to stop the chat. We already made the decision.
It's pretty dope.
Good.
The chat room thought. They also agreed with us with 75% of the vote. It is time to say game over.
That was a
for
sweep.
Asuka and Asuka.
Another one bites the dust. Another game out of the competition.
Three games leaving the competition tonight. The
3
wheels
games
are going
eliminated.
down.
We're knocking them
we're
out.
getting closer and closer to the grand finale of Game Fight. I wonder what's going to happen down the road. It's going to start getting interesting.
Remove that.
All right, guys, we're going to keep it moving. Are you ready to actually
Keeping it moving.
play some video games against each other?
Absolutely.
All right, so tonight I'll start it off to give you guys time to load up the game. Tonight we're going to be playing Data East game, Rohga Armored Force. You know that game?
Not at all.
Reverse.
All right. Well, while I'm playing it, you guys could load up the game.
Hey, what's
We're
up,
gonna
Carlo?
get
Welcome
right
to the stream.
into
This
it.
is a restream.
If you have Rohga Armored Force
Good to see you.
at home,
Hope you're having a good day.
fire it up on your iiRcade. You can also play along, post your score in the chat room. Remember,
Shout out.
it's 1 quarter only.
Shout out to Hobby Hands, who did become a channel member today. And I'm just going to give him a second monster super chat. This is for Hobby Hands. Thank you so much for joining the iiRcadian Illuminati. KC, welcome to the chat.
If you screw up early in the game, don't start over. It counts. This is it. I'm going to start this one off tonight. This is Rohga Armor Force. This is the 1 quarter challenge.
Pull this one.
make you full screen, Brooklyn?
Yeah,
Shoot, jump, and special.
you got to get the maximize the screen.
jump, and
Show a
special.
little gameplay for this section because he's real small. Let me see if I can fix this where you can see. Let me put this up real quick. There you go. That's cool.
Right.
Try that. Play a little bit of this game so you can check it out.
He's not on the big screen.
Yeah.
That little tiny screen. Oh, Brooklyn. So it looks like this game has a lot of variety at the start. You get to pick a weapon type, it looks like, the big list.
Yeah. Let me just make mine full screen too so you can see the game. We've got controls are shoot, jump, and special. 8-way controls, data east game. Fire it up.
Brooklyn's lighting it up. Looks like it shows the spread fire.
Kind of got like a robot Transformers kind of feel to it, huh?
Looks like you got a 1,000-point bonus.
This game is $9.99 on the iiRcade. Thank you, Biggie D. Arcade in Japan,
Down the Biggie D.
1991. PlayStation 1996, Sega Saturn 1997.
When you get to this concrete sections, you can run up and down the concrete.
This looks pretty cool. I need to check this one out. I've never played this.
Brooklyn's just lighting it up.
Yeah,
Go.
he's obviously played this a bit.
I've never played this.
Yeah, that's
I
gonna be
hope
tough.
they do so good.
Is that the special? What were the 3 buttons again?
What, the shoot, jump, and special?
Shoot, jump, and special.
I believe so.
Missiles is my special right now.
Special, okay.
The charge is up. Get the special kind of part of your regular attacks. Every time it's full, might as well use it.
I hope you can see his high score. All the shmups from this time have those power-ups, the letters and the pills. It's
Oh.
true.
Firing is on diagonals only.
Can't even do
Once
it.
you get that, one of the
I can't see it.
Kind of get used to it first.
Brooklyn, write down your score because we can't see it. What if you can hear us? Yep, live stream.
Team McCloskey there, live
Brooklyn gets
stream.
back. 54,120. That's what he scored. 54,120 is the score to beat.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
that's
There
what
we
it
go.
was in the
Brooklyn, you forgot
scores at the end.
buddy.
All right. So, Papa Brad.
Yeah,
Next.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. Ready to put your quarter in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go right now.
All right.
Pop that in. You can do.
Playing along to show you a little bit deeper in the game so you can see what some of this game looks like. We go further along.
So there seems to be a lot of variety in this because you can see at the beginning you can kind of construct your robot
Firing is done on diagonals.
with some different options.
The terrain, sometimes it gives you more space to use.
Now looks
Also,
like
my
you use
big
your
robot.
special that charges.
Oh, I had
Pretty
no
quickly.
idea. I had no idea what I was doing.
Since I have all the land, it's basically now like a regular shmup. So it switches back. There we go. I'm more of a Contra kind of feel. More of a Contra feel when it's in this mode. Shoot, jump, special. Three
He's going to
buttons.
do a 1 quarter challenge with Tiger. How about this?
My robot back.
We'll
Spending that
do
quarter.
2 games next week, and one of them will be Tiger
Ooh.
Heli. You're welcome to join in and play Tiger Heli against us.
Tiger Heli's a great classic shmup. Good retro shoot 'em up.
Or heavy note maybe could be a surprise game.
Special now is a Powerball.
Nice.
Looks like. Energy field. That's special. There we go. Whoa, check that out. That's pretty cool.
Brad's already in
It's a
front.
rough start, but he's coming. Oh, he came
He's
back,
done.
but he had a rough
He's
start.
done. Wow, the score really disappears fast. I'm watching his score. 24-160. Papa Brad. Hey, so you playing tonight?
Yeah, it's got my capture card hooked up. Yeah, we're good. Let's see.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's
Wait
a neat
few
game.
minutes. Have you ever played that one, Brad?
Never played it. Never played it.
Oh,
I
gotta
always
take that
see
down.
it. Oh yeah, I gotta play through it, man. It's not terrible, right?
No, it's not
That
bad.
East always makes like pretty impressive games for the times that they made them. Like graphically, they do some pretty cool stuff and creative stuff.
There we go.
I
All right.
like the theme. The Transformers theme is cool.
Bring in Nyx. First time.
Scroll all the way out. Lots of games here.
Seeing the beautiful iiRcade interface.
There it is.
Like,
Gets
is
the
this
job
a you
done,
play?
but
You can
gotta
play
flip
this
through a lot of
2-player
games.
at the same time.
What happened there?
This is a 2-player game. Just jumped in with the
Gets two
Powerball.
players.
That's cool. Is it cooperative? Diagonally.
Now watch the beginning.
Get again.
Yeah, you can play together. Watch, you can
Okay.
kind of like customize your own mech.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. One of that first screen looks like you can purchase upgrades and stuff. Boom.
Score to beat
Guys.
is 54,120. You got select mode. I guess you can pick
Oh my God.
parts from each category.
Right,
And
get back to those
the
guys.
other one is just like the
Homing
belt.
missile, flame, iron claw. I had no idea what's going on. So what happens when you get hit? Your robot blows up, then you turn into like a little man.
Yes. See, look,
It's crazy.
totally different. There's a lot of variety to it.
Yeah, it's like I guess it's shown with the bars, like what you're giving and what you're getting. Just made it. That's kind of cool.
Running out of time to select.
Dude, Nick's is figuring out.
Screws up.
He's figuring out the strategy. He's like, which one of these would be best?
I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. We'll
Might
see.
have picked the same thing as us.
Mission 4.
Now this is a game you
These
can
games like-
literally quarter through, though, right? Like
You can quarter through it.
you can keep putting quarters in it to see the whole game. Yeah, I need to play through this once all the way. So I get used to it.
Whoa. Brutal.
See, like it's
You lose all your points, though.
Yeah, can you hold on the button and charge?
Lost all my points.
The thing that's weird is you can't shoot up. You can only shoot diagonally.
Only shoot diagonally, no direct shot up.
That's what messed me up.
Whatever
Like I'm trying to
connection
shoot up. I was
That
thinking of
when land
like
gets along the
you know in
screen,
Metal
it becomes
Slug
like a
you can
regular
shoot
shot.
up and then
You
it
move
like
all
going kind
over.
of
Now
angles.
watch, it's gonna go contra mode
It's
again.
not that mechanic. It's like it shoots diagonally. It seems like naturally.
This robot's special seems to be
What's
like
the
a
deal with those little
Powerball.
guys that you pick up? What do they do?
You
I don't
switch
know.
robots.
That's what I was saying.
for a
but
bit.
When you get
is it
killed.
like a power up?
They switch to a different type. There's
Is it
different
just like
types
you're
of mechs
rescuing
you can
guys like
play
a
as.
defender.
I'm gonna switch mechs the next time I get killed.
First level simple.
Been playing this a little bit over the
We
weekend.
need like a deep
Shut up,
dive of this
lady.
game where
Little
someone
bit.
gets into it and gets a little deeper into it.
You like the different mechs. Adds to the gameplay.
This is a game I never saw at the arcades too, you know, so I'm just unfamiliar with it.
Lost my robot.
Here, but this has 90.
Hang on for a while as a
Yeah, it's got to be with the Transformers.
regular soldier.
I can look it up real quick.
It's hard though. Got no protection. No protection. Run, Forrest. No protection. Can drag it out for a bit though.
This ain't a bad one. This would be a fun one to like just.
Rohga Armor
Quarter
Force. Actually, 2000
I'm gonna pick it. Look at this. I'm gonna pick this
No,
one. that looks like,
1991.
more like a spider.
All right.
1991
Now,
run
look,
and gun
different
platform
mech.
hybrid arcade game.
More of a spider
It
form.
has been ported to the PlayStation Portable, the PlayStation 3, Sega
what special
Saturn,
is.
the Vita.
Oh, this one does the raining bullets.
Lots of ports.
This one does the raining bullets special. See it? The cloud that shoots the
Still in the
bullets.
lead, but it's doing pretty well.
Mhm.
So there's no like 3 lives in it. It's
I like the
just-
anime style
It says-
graphics.
Power.
This is an unusual horizontal shooter because players can hover against slanted walls in the background and occasionally even land on higher platforms. They can only angle their guns at a 45-degree angle and jump. See, that's what I was saying. Like you can't shoot
Yeah.
straight up.
That-
Everything's at a 45-degree angle.
Almost like a
Players can
platform.
also move and aim their
Crazy.
gun different directions by holding and fire the firing button down. So you can hold the fire button down and
Yeah, that's
aim.
what I was doing.
I
Ow.
wasn't aiming. I was just shooting.
Oh, I think I won.
Did you?
Yeah, you did.
Congratulations.
Power.
Wow, that was
10,000
close.
shy.
Yeah,
job,
he,
Broco.
he
Different
lost
kind of robot.
46,000 something for Nick's.
Go with this one. It's like a tank.
Was released on the PS3 as well.
46,080.
Interesting.
See what this one's special as.
What do you think about that one?
Right.
Like I need to practice.
Yeah. Interesting
I need it.
game.
I need to practice. I think I want to. I'd like to quarter through it and see the whole game and see what it's all about. It looks pretty
Yeah.
cool though.
Order through it over the weekend, Brad, and
Yeah.
put out a review.
I should because I don't really know much about that game.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for keeping it quick tonight. Even I still can't do an hour. It's impossible. Well, I did do the intro over twice.
Yeah, that's okay. It's still good.
Special,
But,
special
part of the
like a
charm.
fire.
Tomorrow night,
Fireball.
you want to check out some VR. Stop in here on the channel. I'll be on the PSVR 2.
Whoa, check out this boss.
Two other YouTubers. We'll see who's going to join in. We might be getting back into some golf. Next, you should jump in, man. You would believe that you would really enjoy the golf. You don't have to just get the basic game. We'll take tomorrow sometime around 10:30 p.m. It should be me. Definitely. Oh, I think kevgret will be there.
Yeah, you're gonna
get Kevgret and Zohar to play against each other?
Well, Zohar had to back out at the last second because he's involved in a big
Fighting thing?
competition
Okay,
of Mortal
yeah.
Kombat
Yeah.
that he has to defend tomorrow night.
Okay.
Nice.
That's
So I
good.
told him,
Good
Luck
luck.
to him. Absolutely. Good luck,
But we'll be doing that tomorrow night. Brad, as always, you got a bunch of shows throughout the week. Check out Brad's videos. Check him out on Arcade Talk,
T. McCloskey?
Arcade Talk, and Star Wars Review.
Will we shamelessly rip off the Friday Night Arcade with our Arcade Wars segment?
Yes, you'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Yes, I told T that, but he's like, but his is completely different. We blew up. It's completely different.
You're fine. You're okay.
He's like, I got an idea. It's like, wait a minute, this is not a new idea, but it's still cool. I like it.
Check out Nick's on YouTube.
You did a good job.
Absolutely.
Amazing gameplay. Learn how to play these games as good as Nick's can play them. You want to be on the top of the leaderboards.
Hey, whoa. We got Jong Shin just dropped something in the chat. Amazing show, guys. You guys are the most amazing as usual.
Thank you, sir.
And I mean, I think I'm right by saying this is
Wednesday.
They have some sort of announcement what it is. But, curious.
Hey, we look forward. It's always exciting. We look forward to see what they're doing.
Got a super chat.
I see that.
Switches between like Contra mode and like terrain kind of switches. Keep switching up the gameplay.
Nice.
Finger films with the $2.
Get that thumbs up.
Super chat.
Come on now. You can do
Got a
it.
missile time.
Bobby and Carol say they can't wait. Oh, man. This is going to be a repeat.
Come on, recharge.
Last week.
Got the missiles.
Stringer Films friend, my family, you might see him in YouTube chats. He joined in because I put, I put the room code in the show title. So if you have a Oculus 2 or you have the PSVR 2 and you want to jump in, just type the room code. You can also join the match. So,
Let's go take a little more fire.
Got another super chat. Just got another one.
I see.
Yes.
That was loud. Shout out to John Shin, man who makes all this possible with a $5 super chat. You guys are the best. Thanks again for the awesome chat. Thank you, John. Appreciate that super chat. And appreciate everyone that showed up tonight.
Yes.
We will see you again with a longer show, I promise. Right here next week on the Friday Night Arcade Show.
Yes. You're right on top of it. Coming up, something coming up. Maybe some red cigarette. It's a long game. Switching robots. Let's try Yeah, I'm playing Power-ups. Mission 9. Wow, it's a long one. The entry book is approaching.
Wow, mission 10. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is a deep game.
Awesome. Let's do this. Awesome. Mission 11.
Mission 12.
Wow. What a game. What a game. That was fun. That was fun. So yeah, it's this is a game that's going to take a lot of quarters to get through. I had no idea the game was that long. So let's see what we got here. Let me turn this down. Let me turn that off. Okay, shout out to Omega 4th, Arcade Talk, Carlo for hanging on through that extremely long gameplay. I had no idea it was that long. This is definitely a good value in a game. It's very long. It's a lot of fun. It's interesting gameplay dynamic that you can only fire diagonally in this game. So play is a lot different. It kind of goes from a shmup type game to a Contra game a lot. Yeah, I probably would have spent $50 in quarters. You're definitely right. That's what Carlo said. This was an expensive gameplay. You guys need to interview whoever runs that weekly 1-Up channel. Gee, I mean, I wish we knew. Wish we knew. Thanks for hanging out with me. I had a good time. Be sure to check out Brooklyn Menace tonight. He will be playing some games in virtual reality. So that'll be pretty cool. Is it Rexer? Could it be? Who knows? Let's see. I want to look at that. I want to see this one. I haven't seen this one in a while. Thank you so much for being here. This has been Papa Brad reminding you to always stay legit. Everyone have a great weekend. Be legit. Take care, everybody. Peace out.